Hey, crafty friends. Jen Meyer here. Thursday night, not planned. It has been so long since we have had like some crafting time. We had those first couple of weeks of being stuck indoors and not knowing what to do with ourselves, and then the weather finally got a little bit better, and we were able to, get outside and, mix with some friends a little bit. So it's been such a long time. And honestly, this is so not even planned. I don't even know what's in here. This could be a 100% total disaster. But I just kind of thought I wanted to get some scrapbooking and some crafting in. My family is officially supposed to be on vacation as of tomorrow, and we were supposed to go to Disneyland for the second time that we rescheduled this trip, and that is not happening. So, it's probably going to be about another week or so before I can actually sit down and get anything done. And my husband was working a little bit late. He actually just walked up right when I was starting, so I paused a minute. But anyways, what I did, I just went and grabbed this kit, and it has been a while since I've put together a kit. I think the last one I did was a birthday, the Celebrate Today one from a couple catalogs ago, and I remember I was doing it while I was watching one of those Andrew Lloyd Webber shows. So anyways, this is from this catalog. I know you can't see my face. I have been to the pool all day and I have no makeup on, so you're not going to see my face. So I know it's a little boring to watch just this. So anyways, I'm going to do Summer Vibes Workshop your way. It's not as fast as a cut above, so this could be very boring for all of you. I don't know. Maybe I'll, at the end, speed it up and fast forward or learn some editing skills. But I just thought, I'm going to try to get this put together because it'll probably be a little bit of a couple of days before I can get anything else done. So this is from the current catalog, July and August of 2020. If you would like to order one, of course, I always appreciate when you shop through my link as a consultant, which is jenmeyer.closetomyheart.com. This is the one we're going to be doing. It is the Summer Vibes Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. It is one of the paper packet and the sticker sheet, 7 cardstock sheets, 5 exclusive die cut sheets, an exclusive pattern paper, and the acrylic shapes. And I got the one, I don't think there's memory protectors in here. I think because I have a load of memory protectors already. So these are the layouts that we're going to do. I honest to God have no idea how long this will take, but I just thought, well, what the hell? It's a Thursday night, got nothing else to do. You guys want to follow along or watch it later? Great. You don't, go back to Netflix. That's cool by me. All right, so this is what you'll get that comes in the thing. And then I just have a couple of the coordinating things here. I probably won't be doing these tonight, but I might add to them later. This is the Summer Vibes card making kit. Stamp set and dies that might, coordinate with some of this. This is the other one. This is the scrapbooking one. I've already used these waves on a couple of things. Well, this is another stamp set, not for this, but it's current in this catalog. It's called Winged Wishes. But this is the other one that I might throw on to this layout a little bit, and it is the Paper Pals. It's the Beach Day. So you'll need the Paper Pals base. They're so fun to dress up. I just watched my upline do a wonderful demonstration on these, so I'm actually going to break them out and use them. And then, but these are the little pieces that go with it. We probably won't be doing that tonight just because, who knows how long this is going to take. But anyways, those are the things that I have kind of sitting here on my desk ready to kind of coordinate with this. And let's open this baby up and you guys can see what a workshop your way kind of entails. And, I'm hoping you got something better to do on a Thursday night, but otherwise, let's do some creative therapy here. All right, so these are your photo placeholders. They'll come with a kit like this that kind of gives you your place to put some marks for pictures so that you don't have to worry about them. This probably did not come with this. I bet you I put this in here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This is the Picture My Life cards. I'm actually going to order another set of these because they are so stinking phenomenal. I'll quickly flip through these. I'm pretty sure I just put them in here because I had kind of sorted all my stuff out. So you'll have the smaller 3x4 cards that coordinate. And I love what I like to do is I like to make the big feature pages, and then I will fill in between those pages with like photo sleeve pages that have more of the like just sliding in pictures and some journaling cards and things like that. So you'll see these are very versatile. They are perfectly colored to match this kit. I love these sunglasses. These are even bigger. I'm probably going to cut these apart and use them somehow. But I just loved the colors in these kits. I do have a customer that just ordered 2 sets of these, and I'm like, I better get on it and order myself another set before they're gone, because the colors are just so fun and cheery and perfectly set for, you know, summer stuff around your house or a vacation or a trip. Not that anybody's traveling very far these days, but, you know, whatever. So anyways, these we'll use like as coordinating pieces after we get going. All right, so what does a workshop your way look like? So you're going to get these instructions. This kit has acrylic shapes that come with it. Here is your sticker sheet and your patterned paper that comes in the summer vibes. All right, so these are all the pattern pieces, and then they give you some the solid cardstock that you'll also need, as well as specific to this kit, these great die cuts and things like that. So we're going to kind of leave things together as we go through this. And the other thing I wanted to point out, the top of these zip strips always gives you the paper that is included in this or that coordinates with this. So the featured colors in this are black, candy apple, fern, glacier, lemonade. So glacier, there's lemonade, nectarine, smoothie, toffee, and white daisy. So, I mean, this is great if you got a extra piece of pattern paper lying around. You know the exact colors, close to my heart colors that coordinates with. So here are our color instructions. So we're going to make these layouts here. And the additional materials that they suggest, you don't have to have them, are the Cool Mint Stickles Glitter Gel, which is optional, a black journaling pen, 3D foam tape, glue dots, micro dots, scissors, ruler, pencil. What do I have in those supplies? Scissors and some adhesive. So again, this is not a planned event. I'm just trying to catch up on some crafting and thought you guys might want to come along. So then the next thing we're going to do is look at, these are our cutting guides, okay? They'll actually even tell you, you know, if you want to be the overachiever of the group, you can gather your photos. You're going to need 16 photos to do on these layouts, and it kind of will tell you the sizes and whether they're portrait or landscape. I'm just going to use the photo placeholders. And so then it shows you which zip strips we're going to have to cut off. So we're going to have to cut off this yellow scallop, and then the watermelon on the pink or smoothie, and then the pink hearts, and it'll give you the dimensions of these that you're going to cut. And the other thing, so I just sat and did a whole bunch of cards the other day. The thing with these cutting guides that I have found is very helpful is, I mean, you can lay them out with, you know, kind of knowing where you're putting things, but what I've done is I just took a stack of, you know, we're kind of overflowing on school supplies and stuff, so I took a stack of those little Post-it flags and I just labeled them, because for the longest time I was spending so much time stopping to try to remember which piece was what. So I'm going to just lean over, I think I have them over here, and just grab those, and as I've used them, I stack them back up, and I'll just reuse them. If I can find them. Here's some new ones. All right, so we're just going to use this to kind of keep track of our stuff. Okay, so let's do these couple of zip strips and see how we go. Grab paper trimmer. I'm looking for a new paper trimmer. Everybody, I want to find out what is your favorite paper trimmer, because I'm not loving this. Oh, we got a little bit of dirt on this. Okay, so yeah, I'm just not feeling this paper trimmer anymore. I had another Fiskars that I was also using, that is also not doing it for me. I'm really thinking about getting the Close to My Heart Fiskars version. It seems to have a pretty sturdy rail to cut that's not going to move, but I kind of am curious to see if anybody has a suggestion for me. Alright, so we've cut those two. You can see there's a little bit of red hanging out over here. We'll just trim it off as we get a little bit closer. And we need the watermelon one and this heart one. So let's grab this one. It'll be a challenge to see if I can keep myself organized in front of you guys. If you could see the rest of this room, woo, it's a mess. That's the other thing we're going to be doing next week. Oh, and look, my phone is ringing. It is my sister. Carrie, I will call you later, I promise. I'm on a live. Okay. And where were we? One more of these. See, and again, I don't get really super accurate cuts with these, so I'm gonna do this. Okay. So we've got those. Let's plop our paper over to the side here. I don't want to keep scuffing it or anything like that, so let's try to put that over there. All right. So we're also going to cut these each to, so this is about a ½ inch. We're also going to cut these to 4. That's the other thing with this one is the ruler goes across the top and it's gray on gray, and my eyes are just getting older and older. It's getting harder and harder to see these things. Okay, 1/2 inch by 4. So, and of course this one has the worst measurement for 4. I always put it, let's see, right here. All right, so 4 1/4 is the worst measurement. So 4 is all right. So we're going to do this. So we will have 3 even pieces, and it is going to tell us, I think with the zip strips I should be okay without labeling them. They're 1C, 2E, and something else. So we'll do those, and then these are going to be, one is 4 by 1/2, and the other one is, yeah, these were all the same. 4 by 1/2 inch, and this one over here is 3 1/4 by 1/2 inch. So let's do the 4 and the 3 1/4. All right, I am going to label these because I will forget which is which. So the 3 1/4 is 3I. And the other one is 3D. All right. All right, so there we go. Done with page 1. Flip it over here. All right, so this is showing us the cardstock orientation is going to go horizontal, and the back of the paper is the pattern paper. And this says, with a pencil, trace the large glacier heart die from project 1 and hand trim. Oh, there we go. Fussy cutting right off the bat. Okay. But then I'll get to show you my very favorite Close to My Heart tool of all time. So maybe this is good. All right, so we're going to put this here on our mat, and we're going to go and look for that die cut from project number 1. Okay. And it happens to be right here. All right. So look, they've done all the work for you. They've got multiple colors on here. So we're taking this. So we could either trace the outside of this, or we could just use this and trace the inside. All right, so let's take our pencil and using our best kindergarten tracing skills, let's see what this is. All right. Alrighty, so there's our heart, and it says to hand trim, okay? So, best scissors ever. I've tried the Tim Holtz, I've tried the Cutter Bees, I've tried all sorts of them. These are the best ones, in my opinion. These are the close to my heart non-stick micro. I think they're $15.95. If you join as a consultant, they come in your kit, hint, hint. And so we're going to use these. I'm going to cut through this like butter. And then I also wanted to, this is a good time to share with you my cutting skills, which was taught to me by my kid's first grade teacher, which is you do not move the scissors, you move the paper. All right? So if you watch, I'm going to keep my scissors pointed up and move the paper around. And this is a pretty easy thing to cut out, but if you're doing fussy cuts of small little things, I think it's pretty helpful. So we'll start here at the bottom, and here we go. I just can't tell you how much I love these scissors. And again, I know this is a pretty simple thing to be cutting, but I do love them. Trying to get right on that line. It's a pretty big sheet of paper, so I might have to come back and kind of hand trim, or maybe use an eraser to kind of lose my pencil line. And I kind of have some parts. There's my pencil line. You guys probably can't see this. It's pretty light. To not have to do so much erasing later is awesome. I'll come back and get that little piece there. And on those little paper pails, I've seen them where they make the swimsuits out of this striped paper. So cute. All right, I'm going to get rid of that a little bit so I could get this a little bit easier. So how many of you save your scraps? I save them all. Anything over about 2 inches, I will save. So many ways that you can use it, and you know, every now and then you just find you need that tiny little piece to finish a project. It's nice to have it, not be regretting. Alright, I know this is on the wrong side of my scissors, but okay, so there we go. First cut done. Alright, the next one we're doing, I'm going to put this to the side, find a little spot. So the next we're doing here is the same kind of paper, horizontal. The scissors always tells you what your first cut is. So like down here, you'll start with this one, and anything that's not shaded is going to be left over. Okay, grabbing a drink. All right, so let's grab our other sheet from our stack of beautiful paper. Put our heart to the side. Oops. And grab our trimmer. All right, so we are going to trim off this zip strip. We don't need it, so, but I don't want it to be in the way here. We need to make sure our paper gets down to 12 by 12. So this I'll just put back in my bag because I'll use it again. And we're going to the orientation sideways, horizontal, like they have here on our instructions. And we're going to cut at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, 2 pieces labeled 2H and 2I. So let's pull this out. 3 3/4 is going to put us. See, I hate this. The measuring on this is also not my favorite. Put this to the side. So look, you're going to have this whole piece left over. So you can add so many extra elements and layers to your pieces, or you know, use it for cards or something like that. So all sorts of fun things. All right, what did I say? 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. There's our little tick. 1 and 2. And I am labeling these. Let's do, this is 2H and 2I. All right. Put them up there out of the way. Leftovers, put it to the side. All right, next page. We are looking for this exclusive paper, which means it is only available in this kit. It's like a little geometric design, and we're going to cut on this side, and this is our first cut here. So let's find that. Sit here in our stack of paper. Might be over here in our, yep, here we go. Let's look carefully and check our orientation. This looks like it's pretty universal. It's hard for you to see, I'm pretty sure. All right, so we are cutting at 5.5. All right. Five and a half by 4. I'm not the fastest cutter, guys. Sorry. I watched the girls on the Close to My Heart demos, and I can't even keep up. I can't watch those live. I go back and I pause them. I'm nice and slow. I bet you guys won't have to pause me. All right, 2A is that one, and our next cut is going to be, let's see, how did I cut that one? 4 1/4 by 3, 3 1/4. All right, so this is our 4 1/4. By 3 1/4. I used to write my things in pencil, and sometimes they have you flip the paper over, and then I had written on it. So now I do love these sticky tabs, and I stack them back up and I'll scratch them off because they just make a little mark. All right, so that's 2C, and this one we should already have at 4 1/4. Was it this way? I have to go back and double check that. That one might be a little long. 3 1/4. I also should not probably be talking and measuring at the same time. All right, 2C and 2D. Now we got to go back up here. Oh, the glare is hard for you guys to see. I have these lights. Oh, that's a little better. So our last cut is here, and it is going to be, so look how this cuts all the way down here. I might just cut this to here so that I can keep this intact. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So here we are, 3 3. And I am just going to cut down to, let's say 4. All right. Turn this. This is where the other one is helpful. All right, 3 3/4, because you can cut from the bottom. Voila! There, now we have a bigger piece of paper rather than cutting this one all the way down here. All right, so this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and it is piece 2G. All right, put our scraps to the side. I'm running out of spaces. All right, so we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, and we're going to grab our picnic paper, this red plaid. Ooh, as all my other pieces just fell to the floor. This is one great big piece. This is 8 by 9. All right, so we'll cut our first. Let's see. Again, my eyes. Ugh, getting old sucks, guys. All right, and I'm just going to cut that all the way down, and by 9. Okay, and pencil. How many of you people, craft with pencils. I have to have a pencil. If I don't have a pencil with me, I'm lost. All right, this is 2B. Okay. Start a little stack over here. All right, so here we are. Flipping over. Oh, we only have one more set of things to cut. Okay, so here's extras. Now we need the nectarine. It's also going to show you if you're cutting on the dark side or the light side. All right, pretty handy. And nectarine has not quite hit the floor, so I have to get out of my chair. So here's our dark, and here's our light. We're going to cut on the on the dark side, and we are cutting 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 3 1 all the way down. So now 4 1/4 and 4 1/4, and that should leave us with 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And with our handy dandy pencil, we are going to label these, not with orange on orange, 1D, 1G, and 1H. All right, put these babies over there. And now, remaining on this to be cut, sorry you guys can't see that, remaining on this to be cut from this paper is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 and another 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, okay? So, yep. Our family recently joined a health club so we could get the kids in a pool. So, one of these days I'll have to remember to grab, we have a waterproof camera that my son got when we were on a cruise a couple years ago, and it takes the greatest pictures. You don't have to worry about your phone getting wet or anything getting ruined. So I gotta remember to dig that out, make sure the batteries are charged, and take it with us next time. Alright, so we're gonna do 1B and 1F. I feel so decadent using these, but I'm telling you, I've tried it every other way, and this is just the way that makes the most sense for me. Alright, and now we're going to move on to the black cardstock. Cutting black cardstock is always fun. Alright, so 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. It looks like we're not quite the same as the orange, but similar. You guys can see that. Alright, so 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Alright. And the black is not two-toned. It is just solid black on front and the back. So you don't have to worry about any front or back side on that. So 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And the last one, 3 1/4. So 3 pieces, all exactly the same, left over to the side as a scrap. Let's use our hot pink labels on these babies. So 3F, probably all on the same page. 3G, and 3H. And 2 more pieces of black to cut. And that is going to be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I know sometimes people don't like to have a lot of stuff left over, but I always find a way to use them. But yeah, one of these days I'd like to do it where it like uses a lot of your paper. Okay, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. I think we might possibly make it through this process with me not messing up a cut. I should not speak so soon. 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. I hope this is zoomed in enough that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing without it being too cumbersome. Okay, and label these. The big one is 3B, and our smaller one is 3C. Okay. Put those babies there, and then we have 2 sheets of white daisy that we need to cut. I'm assuming some of these other ones will be for our base pages or so on and so forth. So just leave those here. And this one, these are both going to be 9 by 10 and 1/2. So all the way out here to 9. You guys paper snobs, I know white is white, but ugh, there's nothing like a good quality paper, I gotta tell you that. Alright, 10 and 1/2. You ever tried stamping on stuff that has not a really good weave? Ugh, it's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Okay, this one is 3A. And we have one more, the exact same measurements. 9 by 10 and 1/2. Let's see, 7, 8, 9 by, oh my gosh, half an hour and we haven't even put anything together yet. You guys are probably falling asleep. 9 by 10 and 1/2. All right. And this one is 3E. All right, so all of our pre-cutting is done, and we should be able to put this baby away. I'm not going to put it on top of my stack of paper because now I'm going to need that. Most of this over here to the side should be scraps, so I will put that down and out of the way. And let's get back to our workspace. Hopefully I'll put my page or my photo pieces up there and flip over. All right, here we go. Assemble. We're going to use a piece of white daisy cardstock for the base page and attach 1A. That's probably one of our little trimmy things, our zip strips from the first. Oh, I almost knocked my drink over. I'm not working with my drink holder nearby. Okay, so you see we do have that tiniest bit of red there, and I'm actually just going to shave it off here with my little tiny scissors. I'm not even going to try to cut that on a blade. So, and this, because it's white going on white, it doesn't have to be super straight. It's just going to blend into that background anyways. So I can shave off this little extra bit of red. Hopefully the next trimmer I get might be a little bit more accurate or so. All right. And without going on top of my paper, I'll do it down here. I'm going to use my Tombow and put one nice. I know a lot of people sometimes they say it skips. I have found if you put a bit of firm pressure and just drag, it will come out perfectly. All right. Although sometimes, since it's closer to me, I'm actually just going to put this on upside down and flip it around because it's a little bit easier to line it up when it's closer to you. Here, let me see. I'll scooch this up so you guys can see. All right. So I'm putting it there. And there we go. Flip this over. Okay, so we have attached that. We have attached the hand-trimmed heart to the back of the large glacier die cut. All right, so here's our hand-trimmed, and here's our glacier die cut, and it looks like we get to punch out all these little hearts and circles. How exciting. Definitely going to hold on to these. Maybe we'll use them someplace else. Oh, it looks like we do use a couple. You guys can't see that, a couple up here. So look how easily these punch out. So this is what makes these kits so great, is you're still going to get the awesome layered look and feel to your layouts, but you don't have to sit here and do all the work. I mean, could you imagine finding the Cricut file for this, cutting it all out, you know, sitting there? I don't know. This, I love when they do half the work for you. So we're going to pull out all these great little hearts. Be gentle. You don't want to, like, snag that top layer of color off your page or anything like that. All right. So yeah, anyways, we joined a local gym that has an outdoor pool, and we've been trying to go almost every day. After about day 3 or so, I finally had to send my husband over there on the weekend because I was getting burned to a crisp. So we've already gone through, I think, 2 bottles of sunscreen. And we have a lovely neighbor who's been inviting the kids over to swim too, which has been great. I know it's tough. Everybody's trying to socially distance, but you know, where are we at? Month 3 now. Everybody seems to be doing okay, so we're expanding that a little bit. The other thing my kids were telling me was that, so we just got some new masks. My mom had made us masks when this whole thing started, and then my sister got some at Old Navy, and according to my children, this could be totally crazy, I have no idea, they're making the masks out of the leftover fabric that they have from cutting their clothing patterns, which kind of makes perfect sense. So we've been rocking some of those Old Navy masks lately, which is nice. The other ones that we had started with, which are great, are lined in flannel, though. Now that we're here in July and it's not March or April, the flannel was a little bit overkill, so we're doing that. Oh, this must be like rocking your guys' socks off watching me do this, huh? We're almost there. We're almost done. It's going to be stunning, I promise. And, you know, even these kits, even if you use them to kind of launch your own creative stuff, you can totally do that. Nobody says you have to make it exactly like they have it. In fact, most of the times I mess something up, so it's never exactly like it's supposed to be. So they're a nice little hybrid between the cut above kits, which are truly, you don't have to do any of that cutting that we just did for the cut above kits, but these have a little bit more of a, you know, handmade aspect to them, if you ask me. All right, just a few left. This is going to be worth it, guys, I promise. Lately I've had a lot of Pandora playing, or Hamilton, who's been doing Hamilton. My kids can practically, like, rap it now. They're getting really good. They had heard it before Disney Plus released it, but they had not, like, listened to it over and over and over again like they are now. Alright, so there's all of our extra pieces. I'm going to carefully slide them right over here. Hopefully they don't get in our way too much. Okay, so we are going to, and look, it's not even going to worry about our pencil marks. So, oh, doesn't it kill you to cover up the pretty pattern paper? Alright, so we're adhering this. I'm breaking my roll. Yeah, see, look, strong. If you firm, and this is coming off much easier than it did over there. Nice, it kind of rolled a little bit there. Alright, let's try to center this baby. And it looks like, if we're looking at our picture, it looks like it's probably about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch from the very bottom. So we'll kind of use that as our guide. Right about there, I think. Alright, oops, found one more piece to pull out of this. And we got to be a little bit more careful, a little more judicious with our tape placement. You definitely don't want to have to get an eraser out when we're done to kind of eat up that extra adhesive. So I'm just trying to get some extra little pieces so that, especially around the edges, you want it to be lying flat. What do you guys use for adhesive? Because I like these Tombow ones. I had been using these for a really long time, and I actually just checked my Amazon orders. It's been almost 2 years since I've ordered those, but I like those for, especially if you're doing heavy cardstock with cards. But I think for scrapbooking, these Tombow ones are just kind of pretty adequate. I know there's, sometimes we go to a crop and there's a lady who has one of those great big what are they called, ATV guns or whatever, and it just makes such a loud noise. We sometimes cringe. Alright, I'm going to let this baby up. Put it on top. I got a little extra over here. Wonder if I can trim that before it's too stuck. Still a little green peeking out down here. Alright, let's see. I'm going to put a little, okay, alrighty, I like it. Alright, so back to our little instructions. We've attached the large heart insert. We're going to attach 1B and 1C, and then our photos. So it looks like our orange mats. Oh, and then this, I see, our little watermelon strip. Let's go check our little labeling system here. I bet you I didn't label those. Of course I didn't. All right, so let's go back to our first page. 1C is the 4-inch one. So that'll be one of these. Okay. I'm going to trim off this there's a little bit of extra blue there. Let's just hand trim that. And let's grab our orange. Looks like our orange matting pieces. What are we looking for? 1B and 1C. That's this. Alrighty. I did just fill these Tombows before I got on here with you guys. I didn't want to have to go looking in the middle. That was pretty much about the only planning that went into this right now. And nice and firm, and you'll get that nice flaps. Okay. Not quite lining up there. That's all right. We're going to cover it with the sun. All right, so now I'm going to take my little, see my little flag? And I'll just start down here at the edge of my desk, a little pile, and I'll just gather them back up again. All right, so our other one is going to go here. Oh, this just seems wrong. Oh, this is 1F. Looking for a smaller piece. Oh, 1D is our smaller one. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see. I'm gonna put this here, slightly overlapped. And then these are, you know, sometimes I put on our photo placeholders, sometimes I don't. Whenever I do put them on though, I put them on with just a tiny little dab of adhesive so that it'll just come up in the future. Then this way, as you're going to print your photos, you can kind of look and see what you have and then know exactly what size you need it. Alright, so here's our placeholders. Okay, embellish with the stickers and die cuts as shown. So, let's grab our sticker sheet. Looks like we need a beach ball. All right, so here's our beach ball, and do you see how in our glasses, put this up here so you guys can see how it's overlapping our photo, but I don't have our photo on there yet. Show you a little trick. Hold on one second. Here's our little embossing powder pouch. Keep it in this handy dandy little container my upline gal gave me. We're going to take this and take the sticky off that portion of our beach ball so that when I go to eventually lay that photo in there, it will not stick there. So you can just use this, and it's going to take that adhesive off this part here. It's not sticky anymore, okay? So let's look and see. This is going to go right about here. All right, so I can still slide my photo under there. And then we're going to grab a pair of red glasses. It looks like we need to take the little sticky off just a little bit of this side too. All right. So this is going to adhere right there. And then, ooh, we're going to get to put on our really awesome acrylic shape in a minute. But let's also put this little orange slice. And some of these, I don't know if you can see these, are glossy. So they have this little spot varnish. So it looks like this should have gone down here. We're just going to kind of nest it at the end of our heart. It doesn't have to be exact. We're going to put a bubble. No, I might leave. So there's supposed to be a little blue bubble here, but I'm going to wait until we put our photograph on. And the other thing we have is this large sticker. Let's see. What are these babies? Looks like we've got, oh, look at these. Project 1 die cuts. We have a couple of these green kind of star things here. Let's grab a couple. Ooh, fun, fun. This layout looks like it has at least 2 on it. One behind the sun and one behind the photo, which of course I forgot to do. Let's get this stuff out of our way. Okay, oh, and the sun. Let's be delicate with this. These are nice and thick, but this is, it has a lot of depth to it, so let's try to pop off the middle part instead of grabbing it by those spires on the outside. Okay, so again, let's take off the sticky on the bottom little portion of this because we want to be able to slide our photo on there later, but I love getting 90% of the work done now, don't you? And then let's grab a little adhesive on the back of this baby. It kind of looks like it gets layered behind it. So, like that. Okie dokie. And the word love. Let's grab our acrylic shapes. If I can find them. There they are. I don't know if that's an acrylic shape or not. Love and summer. Here's the S-U-M and the M-E-R. Oh, and we need the popsicle for down here. And it looks like we need a pink. Oh, love is an acrylic shape. Okay, and a little pink heart. Oops, a yellow one, a pink one. Okay. So we'll put our extras away. We don't need them for right now. Alright, so this is what they want you to use, the micro glue dots for these, and I know for sure I do not have micro glue dots. I have been using regular larger glue dots that I cut. So, yeah, these are, well, let's see, I have these. These are pretty small. Let's try those. Alrighty. Again, so hard to see. Alrighty, so teeny tiny glue dots. Let's grab one there. So these are shiny on both sides. I just opened the package that comes with the Happiest Place ones from the Disney inspired collection, and those are matte on one side and glossy on the other. Alright, so we're going to stick this baby down here, and one on the back of our tiny heart. Go there. And then this is broken into 2 pieces, so be delicate with these. They can break. Alright, so let's put a glue dot there, and a glue dot there. These stick pretty good. I do like to use a number of glue dots on them, though, just because I don't want to go back and have to do these later. Alright, so there's our SUM. Let me check my alignment. They kind of have it up by the beach ball. And then M, E, R. Alright, there you go. I did break one of these on one of my other layouts, so I do tell you to be careful a little bit. Alright, let's get rid of that. And then it looks like they stickled this in the layout. I don't care to do that, so I'm just going to leave it, no, an extra heart. I'm not going to stickle this love. I'm just going to do it plain. I think these acrylic shapes give you enough pizzazz without having to be glittered up, which is saying a lot because I am a glitter person. Alright, we'll put this right on top of our sun. And, okay, so it looks like we need a little, a little heart over here. Looks like they penciled on a couple of green dots for that. Oh, and then this one we didn't slide in there, so let's do that. See if we can cheat it. It's supposed to go behind this mat. I forgot to do it. There we go. And a little heart over here. Just kind of improvise. Okay. Layout 1 done. That took less than an hour. What, 20 minutes to do this page? Not too bad for walking and talking at the same time. Alright, so put this one to the side and flip over our instructions to our next page, which is going to be another piece of white with the yellow thing across the top. So here's our daisy. Let's grab our other strip and hand trim off that red that we don't need. I used to always want to create my own layouts start to finish. I thought kits were taking the easy way out, and now I just realize it's okay. Nobody who looks at these scrapbooks in a couple of years is going to know whether it was your idea or somebody else's idea. And what the most important thing is to get the memories documented and to capture those stories and those moments as soon as you can. I know a lot of people scrapbook because they love they love getting together with their friends. They love the pretty papers. But really, it's a labor of love to document your family history, and you definitely want to make sure you're doing that. Oh, I can still see a little bit of the red on this. I'm going to go back, sorry. This doesn't have to be super precise because then the white on the white will fade away, but I definitely don't want that red distracting anybody's eye. Alrighty. And again, I like to work as close to me as possible rather than trying to reach up over there. So there's that, and we'll just flip this around. I still see a little bit of red, but maybe I'll take it off with an X-Acto knife later. Okay, so now we're looking for, let's see, use the white daisy cardstock for the base page, attach 1E, attach 1F, 1G, and 1H. So it looks like we're looking for a whole bunch of orange matting pieces. So here's 1F, here is, let's see, 1H and 1G. So we're going to kind of approximate these babies. Let's start with our largest piece. And I should go back and look. Looks like we got to tuck a little something back down over here, but not too much. So I might just make our glue come a little bit towards the, oops, am I out of this one? No. Let's grab another one. I think I ran it a little too fast. Alright, so we're eyeballing it because we're all about eyeballing. I'm thinking this looks good and straight. Take off our label, save it for another day. And our bigger piece, 1G, is going to go on the bottom. And you guys probably have seen on my website, they're probably doing this as a, from the corporate site in a couple of weeks. I don't remember the exact schedule, August 11th maybe, something around there. They're going to be doing this with, you know, the professional people who actually know how to do this for a living. So if you want to wait and hang out with them, that's great. You can order this kit right now. If you don't have it, you'll probably get it in time then for that professionally led free workshop. Alright, so this looks to go about there. Okay. And it looks like, okay, we're going to use a whole bunch of these hearts that we have hanging out from our previous layout. So it looks like we need to find the perfect day. And are these must be punch outs here? Looks like there's another beach ball, some popsicle stickers, and some of those green fun things. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So let's grab this. Okay. Oh, yep. So here is, see this set of 3 here? Look, it's pretty deceiving. You're going to punch out the outlines, and then you're going to punch out these middles, and that leaves the negative right underneath this title up here that says Perfect Day, which looks to be, that's a sticker, okay? So here, so you can see that. That's what this is here. Alright. Still going to use just a little bit of this adhesive. I'm not going to bring out liquid or glue pens or anything like that. This'll work. And it does look like they hand wrote in some pen accents. I don't love those. I'm going to leave them out for the time being. I might go back and put them in if I decide that it's a little plain. So this is going to come right up here. I'm going to leave a little space because that other sticker is going to go above it. The Perfect Day. That's on our sticker sheet right here. Just going to pop that up. Put it right across the top. Yeah, they've covered the tops of those hearts. I might just do it like this. Doesn't have to be exact. The Perfect Day. And, alright, so we've got an orange slice. It looks like a sticker here. Yep. Put that on the corner. And one of those green, couple of those green things here. So let's punch all these babies out and get them ready to go. I wonder how they decide what should be a sticker and what should be a die cut. I wonder if there's a rhyme or a reason to that, because some of these things seem like they could be interchangeable pretty easily. You know, these star things, by not being a sticker, you can definitely get a little dimension out of them. I might try that here. And this also looks like we're going to punch out these hearts. They're going to go, let's see, the striped hearts are going to go underneath some of these blue punch outs, okay? So let's just take a moment and punch everything else off of this sheet. I'm pretty sure they're all going to get utilized onto this layout, which is, I think, our conclusion of project 1, okay? This is the right page. I think we've already done the left page. All right. Punch all these little babies out. Try not to lose them. How often does that happen to you guys? You lose something. Search and search and search. Stand up, walk around the room. Search and search and search. And then when you get up to go to bed, you find it underneath your shirt or underneath your chair or something. I know that does happen to me quite often. All right, so we've got that. A couple more of these striped hearts. I think that stripe is probably one of my favorite patterns, and it's just so unassuming. It's just classic and cheery, and the colors are awesome. Not quite a rainbow, but all right. I know we're gonna lose one of these. I know. I'm not delusional. Oh, and I did just rip that one. All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to hide that little boo-boo as we get to using this. What do you think? The hardest part, I think, is going to be figuring out which colored hearts layer in behind these blue hearts. All right, maybe it's not as easy as I claim. Maybe it is a little bit more complicated. Alrighty. See, that one's got a boo-boo, but we'll try to fix it. I hope this isn't shaking too much. I had to move my camera a little bit. This table is like a folding card table, and when the camera was resting on it, it was shaking a bit. Okay, I think we are done with this sheet. Should I have saved that heart for something? Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so we're going to follow along with these picture. Grabbing a drink. Okay, we're looking for a sticker. You are my sunshine. I think this one's going to go right above that. Yeah. Looks like they've added a pen accent. Okay, you are my sunshine. And we're going to take one of these tiny guys over here. And we're looking for a tiny sticker that says play. Oh, I see it. No, I think that's the one that I need to work on. Alright, so this little guy is going to go right there. I'm going to put him too close to the gutter. Here is our tiny sticker down here at the bottom. We've just crossed the hour mark. You guys asleep yet? Alright, and a slightly bigger one underneath. We're going to try to tuck it underneath the edge of our photo mat. Kind of give these guys a little bit of a crinkle, because I think that's kind of cute when they are not lying 100% flat. So that's just going to go there, and then it looks like we're looking for a heart that they've just drawn or stamped a heart on top of. Let's see. it says we can use 3D foam tape on some of these too, which I guess I would do if I was prepared and had it handy, which I don't. So we're just going to stick that there. Moving our way down. Okay, it looks like we've got a little set of 2 hearts that are joined. These 2. And behind them we have some striped paper. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, let's try that one. And this one. And then you get to go, oh, is that too much blue? Let's do this one and this one. And hope that we can get this on there. This would probably be a good time for liquid glue. But do you see me being good? No. I'm just going to stick this on. Oh, you guys can't see, I'm sorry. I'm just using, I just put some tape glue around that. Kind of lined them up. I do want my stripes to be not too cattywonker. But I'll just go over this again with some more adhesive. And this is going to slightly overlap. So maybe I want to take a little of this adhesive off this one. So I can slide my picture under there when I get to that point. So this will go here. And now it looks like we're eventually going to look for a flamingo, so I actually might just stick that flamingo on now so that I can judge where everything else goes. So let's grab this guy and our roll of dots, and she's going to go this way actually. So we'll put a dot there, and maybe one behind their head. And one down. Make sure they stick. Alright, so this guy is going to ride right on the edge of my photo, because I don't think I want to try to lift him too much. And now we're looking for a sticker, Soak in the Sun. Right here. Make sure you pop out that O center. There are a couple of widows on this sticker. Those are those little pieces that you don't want on your layout. There's another one right here on your end. Pop that baby out. Stick it to your pant leg so that it comes through the wash. That's what I do. Alright, and this is going to overlap our photo on the bottom, so I am going to take my adhesive off the word, most of the word soak here, so that it will not stick to that spot and let me put in my photo when we get to that point later. And this is really right down there at the bottom. Alright, soak up the sun. So it looks like we've got a heart, we've got our pair of hearts. It looks like we need another tiny heart in here, a blue one. So let's see if we can find one of those. Stick some sticky on it. Add that down there. Moving further along here, okay, it looks like we've got 2 of these green babies. Let's grab these. And I actually might, I'll just do this. So it's kind of right on the corner. The photo will slide up underneath there. Here, I'll try to move this up a little bit. And the small one looks like it's going to get a tiny blue heart attached to it. Alright, let's find a tiny blue heart. I'm not going to be picky. Let's see. Yeah, I think that size is good. The one they have there is probably a little bit tinier, but I'm feeling lazy with the glue, so we'll do this one. And it looks like we need a little popsicle sticker, orange popsicle sticker is here. I'm going to grab this one right here. Put it on top of this. Oh, how cute is that? And it looks like we need an acrylic shape of a watermelon slice. Oh, and before we put that down, though, we're going to look. There is a stack of these hearts here. So I think it's this 3-pack here with some other ones added. It looks like there's a big blue one at the bottom. So, all right, let's try that. A little bit of blue. It's going to kind of approximately go here, and then we'll put our watermelon on top of that when we get to it. And then these babies need to be filled in. So, again, we're going to kind of go off to the side here and just put some adhesive down, stick those hearts on. They'll hopefully grab as much of that adhesive as they can, and then we'll re-adhesive them down to the page, and it'll kind of glue it all together. I am not looking to see what colors I'm picking for these hearts. I'm just hoping that I'm grabbing about the right sizes, because I think I have to do 3 more up at the top here. Alright, so more adhesive. And instructions. These kind of overlap slightly, but they pretty much land right up on top of this set of that solid heart right there. So there we go. And then they have a couple of other solid blue ones thrown in for good measure. I'll try to grab 2 different sizes. And again, you guys don't like all the hearts, do what you want. That's the nice thing. Alright, it looks like we've got one tucked under there, and another one floating up here-ish. And let's put our watermelon on with our glue dots. Seems like you have glue dots forever, and then you finally use them all in like one project, huh? Alright. Oops. Come on, pick it up. There we go. And this is going to be right down here by our popsicle. I love these acrylic shapes. They are really great. Alright, so we've done this. We've done this. Now we're up to here. So it looks like we're looking for another beach ball, some of those other colored hearts, a couple of stickers, and a couple more hearts that we fill in. So I'm getting tired of hearing to myself talk. Let's see. Beach ball, beach ball, beach ball. Here we go. I love how these stickers are partially glossy and partially not. Okay, so beach ball. It's going to kind of tuck under. Looks like right around there. And we're looking for some blue sunglasses. Are those a sticker? Oh, right here. And beach. Oh, take it away and relax. Let's see. Oh, take it easy and relax. Here we go. Take it easy and relax. And how are we putting these down? Kind of, we'll put the glasses on top of that. So, take it easy just has to overhang our photo by a skosh. What have I done with my thing? Okay, let's see. Take it easy, relax, and our sunglasses. Okay, and we've got a couple hearts. We got a red, a green. See? Oh, there's it is. Can't believe we found them. Alright, a red, a green. Looks like we're supposed to have another tiny blue. Let's see if we can find one around the same size. Here's a tiny blue. These would be nice to pop up on some foam tape. But, alas, last minute crafting, no foam tape. I think what we might do is stop after this one, and I'll do the other ones in a different... Alright, so we're down to our last couple, and remember this is the one that I had a little bit of a boo-boo on. So, let's just see if we can piece that together without it being too sad. Alright. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I got my fingers stuck. Yeah, that might be too big. Let's put that one over here. Although those seem to be the same size. Okay. Here's, oops, probably making you guys seasick. Alright, hope these are turning out nice and straight. And I think we need a couple of blue ones. Let's grab a couple different sizes from over here. Alright. Alright, and this is supposed to look like we've got a solid blue one and these together. Let's see. Bottom of one is going to kind of hang over our thing. Ooh, my computer's getting loud. It's getting a workout tonight, huh? All this crafting, it doesn't know what to do with itself. Crafting on Facebook. Everybody else is out watching must-see TV Thursday night, which is not me. That's okay. I just kind of thought it's been a while. Kind of put together one of these so you guys can see what it's like. Alrighty. So, I think we've got our colored ones. Looks like they've got some sort of blue. I don't know if you guys can see that. Blue piece there. I don't know if it's a sticker. Or, you know what? I bet you they just took one of these blue punch outs from our first. That one seems a little big. I wonder if one of these small tiny holes from our first page would fit there. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's fine. We've got a journaling spot that we've left open. So I think we're good. You guys want to keep going? It's been an hour and 20 minutes. I think maybe we should call it a night. So let's look at what we've done. And then maybe tomorrow night or next week sometime we'll come back and we'll finish these. Or maybe I'll finish them and just show you. Alright, so we've done... Alright, 2 whole pages. That's it. But we've cut everything for everything else. Oh, and I can put my photo... Let's put our photo placeholders on so that we just kind of have a really good idea of what this is going to look like. Smaller. This must be a 3x3. Seems a little big. Well, I guess maybe that's right. Or is there an odd size that I don't have? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I cut it wrong. So, just putting a little pieces here. This way you guys can kind of see what it'll look like once we get some... Oops. See, that one's... Need to undo a little bit further down here to get it on there, but you'll get an idea. But see how by taking that sticky off, we're able to kind of get these underneath? That's really important. Okay. And this one, I guess it must be a 3x3, although my mat seems to be a little bit funky-dunky. Alrighty. Okay. So here are our 2 pages. As you can see, we have very many more to go, but I think this has been a long enough video. So this is Summer Vibes Scrapbooking. Comes with everything that you see in this kit, and I think it's $29.99 without the page protectors, $34 if you want the page protectors. But we've done this, and we have these other ones to go. Maybe we'll do them tomorrow night, or maybe I'll do them on my own. But thanks for joining me. I hope you were not too bored. I hope you got a couple of ideas for how fast these kits go, or what you might need to be able to do them. I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks.